What is up, YouTube? Not 15 here today, back with a card discussion. Um, so this weekend, not much was revealed. At least, not much that I know of that was revealed. And the only interesting card was this card, but it does something for Gear Chronicle that Gear Chronicle hasn't really had. I mean, well, okay, it's kind of had that, but it hasn't really had that until like this booster set, which is you can play things that aren't Chrono Jet, like legit. Because before it was literally Gear Chronicle was Chrono Jet Talk Plan because you just had to play Gear, like if you didn't, what was wrong with you? At least if you want to like play competitively. I mean, obviously there was you could Legion, and I mean yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't really like Chrono Jet was just so much better. And then we got Chrono Tiger, but like Chrono Tiger before like the support that we're getting now, Chrono Tiger wasn't really that great, honestly. Like, I mean, it had the Blaster Dark Diablo skill, but, just that. Anyway, the third type of deck now we can build Gear Chronicle is a Chronos Command deck. The general grade 3s you're going to run on are Gear Eagle and this card. And this card's really, like, wow. They made it really good. So anyway, his name is Emperor Wand Dragon. He's grade 3. 11k power, blah blah blah, all the standards. No, 10k grade 3s don't exist, or at least ones that are even have remote usage. Okay, except for Alice, that's like the one that like people still use, and you'll see the occasional Azel. So its skill is on Vanguard, Circle Gem, Break 2, Soul Blast 1. Choose a face down card in your G zone with Chronos Command in its card name and turn it face up. So basically, just flip any Chronos Command, and you're gonna flip the original Chronos Command, the on hit counterblast 1 soul blast, like counterblast 1 soul blast something, and discard and send everything back. That thing. So you're gonna flip that card because like no one whatever. So when this unit attacks or is attacked by a Vanguard, so it works offensively or defensively, you pay the cost. If you do, it gets 10,000 power till the end of that battle. So basically, you can use this to gain 10k power to attack with, or you can use it to gain 10k power to defend with. It's freaking amazing. As I've said many times before, units that have like the way we have the game now, Vanguards need to have, like, for them to be really good still, they either need to have a really good on-stride skill, or not really good, but they need to have an on-stride skill, or they need to have an ability that activates during your opponent's turn or during your end phase. Like Chaos Breaker is a really good example of this, of like something that it doesn't have a stride skill, but like it still does things on your opponent's turn, so like you can still use its effect and you can use your stride's effects. What's another good example that's like not as break stride? I'm trying to think. This is another good example. Others exist. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But I think everyone gets my point. So it's pretty good. I mean, also it gets around guard restrict things. I mean, yeah. You can only use it once during a battle. But still, I mean, that's an extra 10k shield that you're essentially not even paying. Like, yeah, you're flipping a copy of that other card, but I mean, no one really goes into that card anyway. Generally, people, if they play it, it's just, oh, it's what I'm gonna flip from Metallica Phoenix. Like, that's it. And then it has its on-stride skill, which is insane. So its on-stride skill, when you stride on top of it, so the cost for it is choosing a face-down card from your G-Zone and turning it face up. Which is insane because, essentially, you auto-gem break 2 with this card. During your turn, when your G-Unit with Chronos Command in its card name strides, you pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets 10k power. Now, what makes this unit interesting is this card right here. Chronos Command Revolution. So, basically how the interaction works. So his skill is Gem Break 2, so people are going to think, well, no. And when he plays on Vanguard Circle, but because of how Vanguard skills work, okay, the best comparison I can make is to draw it to Yu-Gi-Oh! Of chains, and how chains work in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think most Vanguard players have also played Yu-Gi-Oh! How chains work in there. Except in Vanguard, it's not a chain, it's just a pile. And you can just kind of take things out of the pile as you want. So this card's like timing effect goes off even though you don't have the condition fully met yet, because the checking of condition being met happens when you want to actually grab for the skill, if that makes sense. And then this card skill also goes off too. So you activate his skill, you flip Chronos command dragon for the cost. So then your Vanguard gets 10k power, and then wait, but automatically you have Gem Break too, which means you can use his skill then to counterblast one Persona flip and send all your opponent's rear guards back to their deck. And then you save 2 rear guards and send all yours back to the deck. But I mean, if you're playing this deck and you're only gonna have 2 rear guards out at a time when you want to do that play. Essentially, you're not gonna just throw out 5 and then, oh yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna go -3. Like, I mean, you might later on, but generally, if that's gonna be your first turn strike, you're gonna prepare for that as you're playing the game. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like it would have been better if it gave like the Vanguard crit or something, just because generally, as I've said before, and I think as most people know, first strides usually are gonna hit, because by that point, you really haven't started getting your most decks going, since most decks do have Gem Break limitations now, and we have Sabreeze, so that makes Gem Break limitation decks even more viable as an option. So generally, once both players achieve their Gem Break, then they're gonna start, piling it on with their attacks. But overall, I mean, this team is still really, really cool. I don't know if the deck will be better than a Chrono Jet deck, honestly, because Gear Groovy is freaking insane. And next stage is still really good. People, for some reason, decide, oh, I'm just going to run 2. No, people run 4. And now you can next stage someone 3 times in a... Next stage someone 3 times in a game now instead of 2. So, it's even better. Although, I mean, someone will probably build some kind of hybrid. I mean, you can still run both in the deck and be fine. But we'll see what people decide to do with it. I don't really play Gear Chronicle too much, so I'm not sure of everything. I mean, yeah, they got TikTok limited, but even then, the deck still is incredibly strong. They still have that stand trigger. I forgot the name, but everyone already knows what I'm talking about. That one. But yeah, we'll see how the deck goes now with this. I don't think this will be the better version, but I think it definitely will be something to keep an eye out for. Something pretty fun. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the card. Be sure to subscribe for more videos. Give a like if you liked the video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Natsu of Team Fairy Tail, signing out.